Hey everybody, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden. Today we're going to cut back our perennials in our backyard because we're just tired of looking at them and the seeds are all gone.
Yeah, we'll kind of show you why. I know it seems kind of like weird out of season time to do it, but there's a lot of reasons why we can do it right now. But before we get to that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on every daily video. So behind us here, you guys, we've got some of our containers that we had some beautiful summer blooming perennials in, and we chose, and every year we leave them alone until usually late winter or early spring, because we let the birds take care of the seeds and just kind of let them do their thing. We just usually don't touch them, but the seeds are gone and they're starting to really bother us.
Yep, you can see right here, I mean, these are picked clean right here. So guys, we're gonna show you what we're gonna prune back here. And so we've got some mint right here, some mint plants. We're gonna cut that back. We've got, This was our American Gold Rush Rudbeckia from All American Winners. And, oh, this was gorgeous. Cool. Yeah, this was a fun one. And we got our sedum right back there. We've got a blanket flower there, blanket flower down here. And I think one of our cone flowers.
One of our new beautiful, yeah, this was our Baja Burgundy Red. Yep. So we'll clean that up.
So, yep, and then there's another sedum we're gonna cut right here, and we'll show you how we cut each one of these.
And then right next to it, we've got a beautiful canna lily that we need to cut back.
Yep. And so we'll take this and we'll cut all these stems down to the ground, all the way across on all of these. And yeah, that'll remove that, and then it'll be ready to rock and roll for the springtime.
Yeah, that'll be great. Yep. That's pretty much it. We've got a couple more containers over here we can clean up.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of our plan today, you guys. We're just out here. We just want to do a little bit of yard work today. Just take care of this and get it ready for spring.
So you might have heard out there to not cut your plants back yet for this reason or that reason, and it's totally up to you. That's fine. What we're gonna do, because it's been so mild the last couple, well, about the last week, and it's supposed to continue, it's forecast to be mild, we're gonna cut these back. Like we told you before, a lot of the seeds are gone. There's some seeds left in here, but I'm touching them right now, they're all squishy. The birds and the squirrels aren't gonna eat these because they're moldy, so they leave those alone. They've tried them, and they just didn't like how they tasted, so they're done. But the first thing we're gonna do for like this coneflower, and I think there might have been, no, there was just coneflower in here. We're gonna cut these down to the ground. The stalks are dead, the tissue's dead. It's not gonna harm the plant to cut these down to the ground. What you need to worry about, especially if you live in a climate where there's hard freezes and you plan to get some more of those before spring comes, is you don't wanna cut on live tissue. So we're not gonna cut any of the live tissue on any of these plants, and that includes the agastache. It's still actively growing, but we're gonna leave it till the spring and the threat of frost is past. So guys, we're getting ready to prune in here and to cut these perennials back, and I just did a quick cut on our mint plant here, and lo and behold, we still have actively growing tissue right here. So from looking back at it, it looked like it was dead. It's not, it's still live tissue. So we're not gonna cut on this until the threat of frost has passed, and that includes all of the plants. If there's any actively growing tissue, we're just gonna leave it alone until the spring. Then we'll think about pruning it back and cutting it back for the new season. So leaving the mint alone, and we've got these guys here, and this tissue's dead on this blanket flower, so we can definitely remove the dead tissue. That's okay. And I can show you too, if you look, if you can see right there, I just cut this flower stem off of this blanket flower. If you see in here, there's no green in there. I don't see any green. And that means that this tissue is dead, and there's no translocation, there's no movement of nutrients or water in it, so we can cut that off. It's perfectly fine. It's dead tissue, the plant's not gonna get harmed. So, just when you're doing these, make sure you're not cutting on live tissue. And some of these plants, you'll see that the live tissue is green, you know. Like I just cut that dead flower off of there, and it's in the dead tissue area here, but you can see this is green. This is still actively alive, but what I cut off is dead tissue just above it. That's fine too if you want to do that. I wanted to show you an example of that. We'll cut these dead blooms off, kind of keep it a little bit tidier. Kind of tired of looking at dead flowers. Some of these where the stems are still green, I'm gonna leave those alone. And then these guys, this still looks alive. Well, yeah, Unfortunately, this coneflower right here, or sorry, this black-eyed Susan, still has a lot of live tissue. I'm just going to leave it alone. It's good to keep on top of that, you guys, because if you prune a plant and it's got that live tissue and you get a hard freeze, it can damage that tissue for the next season that comes up if you're planning on keeping that tissue. And then it also opens up the plant to insect damage and diseases because it's stressing the plant out with that cold freezing temperature that hurts the tissue. You know, freeze thaw. It basically freezes the tissue of the plant and it explodes the plant cells, because that's what happens when water gets frozen. It expands. Plants are just like us. They're full of water in a lot of their cells, and when it expands, it breaks that cell wall and they just explode, and that's why you get that dead tissue. So let's go down here. And these guys, I'm gonna cut, yeah, there we go. We're not gonna cut these all the way down because we don't want to get into that live tissue, but we're gonna get these dead blooms off of here. Make sure that we're not, when we're making our cuts, we're not seeing any green live tissue. So with that, you guys, we've told you what to look for and how to do it. Allison and I are gonna really get into this and knock this out. So here we go.
All right, you guys, we got them all cleaned up. We feel pretty good that we left them all as long as they needed to be out so the birds could get what they needed, and now they're cleaned up.
Yep.
They look a lot better.
Yeah, you can see above us here, there's some pots there. We've got those guys that you saw us working on.
Right
There's some
over
over here. It just looks a lot tighter.
It really does.
Better.
We got all the canna lilies around the yard, so it's also kind of like exciting because just to see all those plants and remember how beautiful they were and see what they look like now, kind of at the end of their life cycle, it's just exciting to know that they're going to come back.
Yep, totally.
Right?
Yep, we're anticipating their beauty in this spring. This
I know,
coming
it's
spring
so
and summer.
exciting.
So,
Hey.
yeah, guys. So, hey, if you're wondering what we used to do the pruning with, we have classic cut Corona hand pruners, bypass pruners. We love those. Those
Our favorites.
Our favorites. So you'll be able to find links down below for either of those. We have two different sizes that we like to use, plus our gloves. And we always use a 5-gallon bucket. But I mean, you know, whatever you got, if you're doing the cleanup too.
Also, if you watched our video yesterday, you might have heard us talk about, we have a free planning sheet available for you, or not even a sheet. It's a 30-page document with 18 printable pages. So we're gonna link that down below as well, so you can grab that. And it's helpful for planning your, New Year's garden, or maybe just getting yourself going. There's a lot of like templates to use.
Yep, maybe you just need to write stuff down to help you organize your thoughts.
We
this
do.
packet, yeah, we do. Yeah, it's really helpful for us, so it's free to you guys. Just follow the link below and get your free copy. So leave your comments and questions down below. We love hearing from you guys. Give us that thumbs up, let us know we're doing a good job, and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on our latest videos.
Yep, that's a wrap for today's video, guys. We got our job done, and we'll be back tomorrow with our Friday plant chat. So we come on by to see which plant we're highlighting, and we'll teach you about it. We'll teach you about plant care and more.
Yep. So see you tomorrow, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.